Masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello, good morning. Hello. Everyone. Ayan si Tutor Carol. It's nice to be back again this Friday. Masaya akong nakita ka, Tutor Carol, at nakasama ka namin kahit po I know that you are having a difficulty sa iyong internet connection. At yes, maraming salamat po. Yes, yan. Napakabuti po talaga ng Diyos ngayong araw na to dahil alam ko po na ito yung ginawa niya para sa ating mga learners. No? Maitulay natin ang ating 7th week. Grabe, ma'am. Ang dami na. This is our 7th week here in ETUlay po. At hanggang sa ngayon po kami nagpapasalamat sa aming mga tuti na palagi pong sumusubaybay, tumutulong at palagi po talagang nanunood para po maintindihan po nila ang kanilang mga modules, yung kanilang mga accounting lessons. Katulad po nila, ma'am, ano na tayo ha? Kyla Come, mention siya ng mga names dito sa Sanli, Malyari, Vargas.
Yes, marami na sila.
Yes, ang dami ngayon, ma'am. From Kakawaten, Neil Botiktik. Yes.
Jasmine.
Yes, ma'am, ang dami. Medyo ang dami pumapasok kasi kaya hindi ko mabasa yung iba. Pero maraming salamat mga learners namin ni Tutor Carol. Kasi po, kung hindi po sa inyo, yung drive po namin, yung aming motivation to teach po talaga ay siguro po kayo po talaga nagbibigay sa amin ng inspirasyon. Ayan.
Tama.
Tutor.
Correct.
Yan. So, medyo mahina lang yung dating Tutor Carol nung sa akin. Alam mo na. Ayan. So, anyway, sige po. Atin pong umpisahan ang araw na ito, Tutor Carol. Meron ka po bang gustong batiin habang inaayos ko ang ating PowerPoint, Tutor Carol?
Siyempre, no, good morning everyone. Good morning sa ating mga loyal na sumusubaybay, no, sa ating online tutorial. So, good morning din, SDO Las Piñas City, as well as
Yes.
SDO May Kawayan, Bulacan. Good morning po.
Good morning. Samahan niyo po kami. Ako po si Tutor Carmi at si Tutor Carol po. Huwag niyo kaming kakalimutan. Carmi and Carol.
Oh,
Ayan.
may
Sige,
rhyme
Tutor
pa.
Carol. Let's start our day today. So we are already in our 7th week actually for our
Yes, sorry for that. Week
It's
7.
okay. Okay, it's okay lang yan, ma'am. Week 7, quarter 3 po tayo. Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management 1. So the title of our lesson for today is Business Transaction and their Analysis as Applied to the Accounting Cycle of a Service Business. So, Tutor Carol, what is our objective for today?
Okay, so our objectives, at the end of the session, you will be able to describe the nature of transaction in a service business. And of course, you will be able to record the transactions of a service business in the general journal.
Ayan.
Dali
So,
lang
alam
yan.
niyo na po. Yes. So,
Yes.
last time po, pinag-aralan natin, Tutor Carol, yung accounting cycle, no? Ayan, nakikita, balikan lang po natin yung accounting cycle. So, ito po yung process of course, doing the accounting cycle. Of course, in a service business, wag po natin kakalimutan yan kasi po dapat yan ay sunod-sunod po natin ginagawa to make sure that the financial statement that we are going to prepare and of course give to the accounting user is correct. So, ano yung una natin pinag-aralan, Tutor Carol, last time?
Okay, so last week, no, we studied about the identifying and analyzing of the transactions, okay? So in real life from the source documents. Okay,
Yes,
from the
tama
source
po yun.
documents.
Yes, it comes from the source document. So tignan po natin mabuti yung ating mga source documents at analyze po natin mabuti kung saan po ba dapat nating i-record ito. I-analyze po natin kung ito po ba ay asset, liability, owner's equity, or saan po ba natin dapat siya ni-record? Is it in the debit side or in the credit side? So after po nun, today, we are going to talk about or focus on the journalizing. Ayan. Ito yung gustong-gusto ko, Tutor Carol, kasi pag ito kasi nagkamali tayo, mali na to. Alam natin.
Ulit.
Mali na. Tama po. Ito yung usually the problem or dilemma of the accounting student, even po yung panahon ko at lalo na yung mga ABM student right now, they are having a hard time when it comes to journalizing. So, balikan din po natin, pakilala mo natin muna yung service business, Tutor Carol.
Okay, so service business. So, is one that offers, services as its main product rather than physical goods. So, wala tayo, this is something intangible, no? Wala tayong
Yes.
tangible goods. Okay, ang pinagkakakitaan talaga natin ay ang services na ibinibigay ng ating ng mga tao. And it
Yes.
offers professional skills, okay? Expertise, advice, lending service, and similar services. Okay,
Yes,
so
tama.
examples niyan. So, ang mga examples niyan ay ang ating schools, yung professionals like accounting firm, law firm, yung mga electricians natin, and then hospitals and clinics, banks and other financial institutions, hotels and restaurants, transportation and travel like taxi operator or travel agency, and many more. And of course, entertainment and event planners, okay, wedding planners, concert promoters, and many more. So yan, basta yun.
Tandaan lang po natin, pagka-service po, ibig sabihin, nagbibigay ka ng serbisyo. Wala siyang product, wala siyang tangible products. Your product is actually your service, yung pagseserbisyo mo doon sa mga tao. And of course, you are paid for that. Okay? Sige po. So, ano yan ng service business? Yan po muna ang ating pag-aaralan. Sa susunod po, may merchandising po tayo. Pag-focus lang muna po tayo sa service business para po mas madali na lang din po sa inyo kapag tayo ay nag-merchandising na. Okay, so okay, I will be the one to explain about journalizing. So, ang journalizing po, kung titignan niyo po last time we talked about this is the process of what? Recording and the identified accountable events in the journal. So, dito po natin nire-record yung mga na-identified at na-analyze po natin na event sa, of course, they call it journal or general journal, the book of original entry. Okay? Ano ba yung itsura nito? Di ba po, meron tong date, meron tong account title and explanation, may reference po din ito. And of course, the famous debit and credit. So, dyan po natin nilalagay o nire-record lahat po ng transactions that we, of course, analyze from our source documents. Okay. Sige, Tutor Carol.
Okay, so in journalizing, no, we have the what we call simple journal entry. This is the one that contains a single debit and single credit element. So, itong simple journal entry, meron ka lamang isang account under debit and isang account under sa credit. So, ayan makikita ninyo. So, we have here yung example natin, no? One debit and one credit. And please observe the alignment. Kaya hindi sila pwedeng magpantay. Okay, so this is standard sa lahat, all over the world. Standard to na ang nauunang isulat sa ating journal book ay ang debit account. Okay, under that debit account is the credit account. Okay, at indented siya. And of course, yung explanation niya is indented din. Under the credit account at indented din. Okay? So, ganyan siya. Okay?
Let's talk. Okay, sige ma'am.
Sige ma'am.
Compound entry naman. Meron na nga akong dadagdag, no? Yung journalizing, para lang din po yung pag tayo ay nagsusulat ng ating sa journal natin, sa personal journal po natin. Kaso nga lang po, pag nag-journalizing tayo sa accounting, of course, we are recording the business transactions. Alam niyo ba, by simply looking at the journal entry, you can come up with a story. It actually communicate, lalo na dun sa mga nakakaintindi. Okay? Lalo na dun sa mga business owners. Kahit po tinitignan lang po nila yan, alam na po nila ano po yung nangyari. Kahit wala pong nakalagay dyan na kwento. Okay? So, yan ang kagandahan ng journalizing. It is just like you are actually telling the story and the event that happened into the life or in the business, or in the event that happened in the business. So, let us talk about compound journal entry. Yung compound journal entry po, katulad po na nakalagay po kanina, di ba single entry po yung nakita nyo kay Tutor Carol. Ito po, dalawa po. Mayroon po siyang dalawa or more na naka-record po sa ating debits or credits. So that's why it was called compound journal entry. And usually, this happen po sa mga transaction po na meron po tayong mga down payment. Ayan. Kasi hindi naman po minsan tayo nababayaran ng buo. Kaya may mga pero dapat nating i-record yung dinown sa atin. At the same time po yung ating magiging receivable doon po sa taong pinagserbisyohan po natin. So, just like what you have seen here, we have two accounts that was affected in the transaction. So, we have the cash, which is actually recorded in the debit side, and accounts receivable, who is also recorded in the debit side, which parehas po kasi silang asset, no? Parehas silang asset. And that is the nature of that account. And then, of course, ang naka-credit is the professional fees. Yan. So, meron din po, yung tandaan po ninyo, the alignment is very important. Yung date, at lagi po kayo maglalagay ng explanation. Yung iba po kasi ma'am nangyayari, di pa po, minsan hindi nila nilalagay yung explanation. Pero napaka-importante
Yes.
po ng explanation po. Huwag po natin kakalimutan yan at yung alignment. Once po, ang inyong pong alignment ay nagkamali, mali na po talaga siya. Okay? So, let's have here na the transaction, ma'am. Sige po.
Okay, so we have 11 transactions, no? Aligned na ito dun sa mga susunod nating gagawin. Okay,
Yes
so
po.
we have transaction number 1 here. On December 1, Mr. Gab Larson invested 30,000 to start his business. Okay, the name of his business is Gala Travel and Tours. So if we're going to analyze this, asset will be affected, specifically your cash. Okay, your cash will increase by 30,000 because the owner invested. Okay? So meron tayong debit cash 30,000 and okay, this is from the okay. Hindi natin na-edit ang ating capital account. It should be Gab Larson or G Larson Capital. Okay? Credit 30,000 pesos. Okay, because capital account increases on the credit side. So if we're going to write that in the journal book, so do not forget the date, December 1. Okay, so una nating isusulat ay ang cash. So we have debit cash, okay, 30,000 and credit, okay, G Larson Capital, 30,000 pesos. And of course, our explanation will be to record the owner's capital or the owner's investment. Okay, so
Kahit
ganyan
po,
lang.
di ba ma'am, dapat talaga dyan ma'am, kahit po maliit lang po, basta na sentence po, basta po may thought po yung sentence natin, yun po yung mga dapat nakalagay po sa ating explanation. Okay, so
Parang
yan po.
description lang naman yon. Ang
Yes, tama po.
explanation lang to ng kung ano ang iyong inire-record.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, explanation kung anong inire-record.
Sige ma'am, next
Okay?
po.
Okay, here's our transaction number 2. On December 2, the business purchased furniture on credit. So, si business ay bumili ng furniture on credit. So, lagi nating titingnan yung mga saltang on credit and on account. So, ibig sabihin, there is a liability. Okay? But we have to check, okay, kung sino ang nagkaroon ng liability. Is it the business or the client? Pag client, okay, ito ay hindi liability, ito ay isang receivable, which is under asset. But in this case, ang merong liability dito ay ang business. Okay, so bumili siya ng furniture. So anong nadagdag sa asset mo? Furniture. So meron kang debit, furniture, 16,500. And of course, since you buy this on credit, madadagdagan ng iyong liability. So let's say you have credit accounts payable 16,500. Basic muna ang gamitin natin, which is the accounts payable. Later on, okay, may encounter nyo na ang notes payable, loans payable, mortgage payable. But for now, since start pa lang tayo, basic muna tayo, accounts payable. So if we're going to record that, okay, so do not forget the date, December 2. Okay, and then, unang isusulat ay ang debit, which is furniture, debit furniture, 16,500, and the credit account under furniture, indented, okay, 16,500. And of course, the explanation will be to record, okay, to record furniture bought on credit
Okay.
or purchased on credit. Okay?
Sige.
Okay,
Now,
ma'am.
let's have now transaction number 3. So, December 3, the business bought 700 worth of supplies. Okay, so eto naman ngayon, anong ginawa ng business? Bumili siya ng supplies. Okay, alam niyo maganda yung pagka ano po kayo, nagbabasa kayo, tina-translate niyo siya. Ibig sabihin, naiintindihan mo yung binabasa mo. Importante that you comprehend what you read. Okay, tandaan po niyo mga anak yan. So, ano nangyari? So, the account that was of course affected on this is yung ating supplies. At ano po pa yung another account na apektuhan? Syempre yung ating cash kasi bumili nga siya. Wala naman siyang on credit or on account na nakalagay. So ibig sabihin, ang pinambayad ng business para makabili siya ng supplies ay cash. Tama po? So,
Sarili niyang
we
cash.
yes, very good. Opo, tama yon. So we have, of course, we are going to record, of course, the supplies, okay, debit, okay, katulad po ng inanalyze natin. And then we have to record po yung cash kasi nabawasan siya into credit. So paano po siya ginagawa? Ganito din po. Don't forget the date, katulad po na sinabi ni Tutor Carol. And then of course, supplies on the debit side. Then cash po on the credit side. And wag pong kalimutan ng indention. I would like to emphasize on that. And then to record supplies bought for cash. Ayan po ang ating magiging explanation. And then next po na transaction. Sana po nakakasunod po tayo. Kung nakakasunod po tayo, kindly put a heart po doon sa ating comment box. Para naman
Yes.
sigurado kami ni Tutor Carol that you are following us. Ayan.
Okay.
Next po ay, okay, sige po, transaction number 4 tayo. So, ganun din po ang gagawin natin. Kung gusto po ninyo, kung kaya po ninyong maki-answer po sa amin, pwede po kayong magsulat at ilagay po ang ating answer po sa ating comment box. Ayan. So, for today, for this transaction for today, ayan, for this transaction, ang transaction is December 5, paid 3,400 to supplier on account. Ayan. Be mindful of the term on account. Ibig sabihin siya ay mayroong utang. Nagbayad siya ng utang. So ano yung nangyari kapag nagbayad siya ng utang? Of course, nababawasan ng ating accounts payable. Okay, pag nabawasan ng accounts payable, we always record that on the debit side. And then, of course, ano ba yung ginamit mo para mabayaran yung utang mo? Okay? Siyempre po, yung cash. So, pag nababawasan ang ating cash, ito ay dating laging nire-records at the credit side. Okay? So, for the date, ayan, ganito po natin siya nire-record, December 5. Okay, accounts payable, 3,400 dahil nabawasan ang ating accounts payable. And then, credit cash, 3,400. Ayan. So, the record payment to supplier on account. Ayan, si Tutor Carol.
Okay, for our transaction number 5. Okay, so on the date is December 8. Okay, so the business or the company paid rent in advance. In advance. Please, kahit na may iksing phrase lang to, no? Please try to understand, okay, kung anong ibig niyang ipahatid or ipahiwatig sa atin. Like, in this case, paid rent in advance. So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang prepayment. Okay, the amount is 3,000 pesos. Okay, so if we're going to analyze that, so meron siyang prepaid rent, and prepaid rent is under assets. And assets increase, okay, on the debit side. So, yung 3,000 pesos ay ilalagay natin sa debit side ng prepaid rent. Okay? And then, meron din tayong minus asset kasi ang ipinangbayad niya dito sa rent na ito ay ang cash ng business. So, since nabawasan ng cash, ilalagay natin yan sa credit side. So, 3,000 pesos. So, if we're going to record that in the journal book, so the date, and then debit, prepaid rent, 3,000 pesos, and credit, cash, okay, 3,000 pesos. Okay, and explanation to record advance rent payment. Okay, so ayan na, naka-indent talaga yung credit and yung explanation. Okay, for transaction number 6, December 10, okay, dated December 10, okay, rendered services on credit. Okay, the business, of course, rendered services on credit. Ibig sabihin, siya ay nagbigay ng serbisyo, pero wala pang bayad kasi on credit, 2,250. Okay, since nag-render siya ng service, okay, at wala pa siyang kinolektang bayad, meron siyang accounts receivable. Okay, and accounts receivable is an asset account that increases on the debit side. So yung 2,250 ay ilalagay natin sa debit side ng accounts receivable. At ito ay galing sa revenue. So under equity, ang revenue and revenue increases on the credit side. Okay, so 2,250. So if we're going to record that, so December 10. Okay, with regards to the date, ang date ay yung date ng transaction. Okay, hindi yan date ng recording or ng journalizing. So, ang date is December 10, kahit i-record mo yan ng December 12, ang date pa rin ay December 10. Okay? And siyempre, sa first line, ilalagay natin ay ang debit account, which is account receivable, 2,250. And under that is the credit account, okay, indented, okay, service revenue, 2,250. And of course, our explanation will be to record services rendered on credit. Ano bang nire-record mo? Ay, ire-record ko yung services na nirender ko, pero on credit. Okay, so that is the meaning of that. Okay,
Yes.
next.
Okay. So let's have now transaction number 7. Ayan. So sa transaction tulad ng sinabi ni Tutor Carol, kailangan kung kailan nangyari yung event, yun ang ilalagay natin na na date po. Wag po, kahit po i-record nga natin yan ng kinabukasan, pero nangyari yung event ng December 13, so dapat December 13. Okay? So December 13 rendered services for cash. Kanina, parang may utang yata. Ay, tama
On
ba? Hindi pa yung
credit.
nabayaran. On credit. O, ngayon naman, binayaran na siya ng cash. At magkano yung cash? 4,750. So, ano yung mga naapektuhan dito na mga account? So, syempre, dahil nakatanggap tayo ng cash, ito ay under asset, naapektuhan siya at nagkaroon tayo, dahil binayaran tayo, nagkaroon ng increase in our asset cash. So, it will be recorded in the debit side, which is 4,750. And of course, yung ating equity, nagkaroon kasi tayo ng revenue kasi nag-render tayo ng service. Syempre, tumaas din yung ating revenue. There is an increase in our service revenue. So, we are going to record that in the service revenue credit. Okay? So, 4,750. So, paano natin siya ipapakita sa ating journal entry? Date po ay December 13. Okay, so we are going to debit cash, 4,750. Credit service revenue, 4,750. To record cash receipt for service rendered. Yan. Sige, yan po ang ating transaction number 7. And now, let's have transaction number 8. Medyo bibilisan natin ng konti. Pero tingin ko naman ay nakakasunod po ang lahat. Yan. Nakakasunod ba sila, Tutor Carol? May mga sumasagot ba?
Yeah, meron naman. Si Mira,
Yan.
sumasagot si Mira.
Yan, very good. Okay, very good, Mira. Talagang
And Kyla Come. Kyla Come
wow,
also.
nakakatuwa naman. They are all from May Kawayan National High School. Ayan. So, transaction number 8. So, December 20 na tayo. No? Si Gab Larson made an additional investment of 1,250. So, nagdagdag siya ng investment. Okay, personal money nga, nilagay niya sa business niya. Okay? So, ano nangyayari? Kapag naglalagay siya ng pera sa business niya, syempre po, tumataas yung cash ng business niya. So, kapag tumaas ang cash ng business niya, nire-record po natin to into the debit side, which is 1,250. And of course, dahil nga po naglagay siya ng pera sa business niya, nagkaroon din po ng increase doon sa kanyang capital that we are going to record that, of course, in the credit side. So, G. Larson Capital, credit side, 1,250. Okay, so dahil nagkaroon po siya ng ganitong transaction, let us record now in our journal book. So, December 20, yung date. Debit po natin yung cash, 1,250. I-credit po natin ang G. Larson Capital, which is 1,250. And of course, the explanation will be to record owner's additional investment. Dapat ano nyo po, emphasize po natin kung initial investment ba to or additional investment. Ibig sabihin kasi ng additional investment kapag ang ongoing na yung business. Okay? Pagka magsisimula pa lang ng business, yun po yung initial investment. Okay? Para lang ano lang po kayo, alam niyo po kung ano yung start at saka yung ongoing. Okay, let's have transaction number 9. Tutor Carol.
Okay, so on December 22, received customers advance payment for services to be rendered. Okay, 450 pesos. Okay, so sino yung tumanggap? So business, no? Kasi always think of yourself as the business. So lahat ng binabasa nating transaction, okay, ito ay related sa business. So here, so since the business received, tinanggap niya yung customer's advance payment for services to be rendered. Ibig sabihin, wala pa siyang ginagawang trabaho. Pero tinanggap na niya yung bayad. So ano ang meron siya? Siya ay nagkakaroon ng liability. Okay, so meron tayo assets. Okay, particularly cash will increase. Okay, so we will put 450 on the debit side. And of course, under liability, because the business will, it's a liability on the part of the business. Kasi wala ka pang ginagawa, tumatanggap ka na ng pera. Okay, and liability increases on the credit side. Kaya doon natin ilalagay ang 450 and we will use the account name unearned revenue. Unearned revenue. Okay, so if we're going to record that, okay, December 22, and then debit cash 450 and credit unearned revenue 450. And our explanation will be to record customers advance payment. Okay? So baka nagtataka kayo, ang liliit naman ng amount. So it doesn't matter, no? At this point in time, it doesn't matter. Kasi ang importante is you will learn how to analyze the transaction and you will learn how to record that in the journal book. Okay? Pag sanay na kayo, lalakihan na natin ang mga amount dyan. Okay?
Million, ma'am.
Yes, correct. Ngayon, okay na muna yung mga ganyang amount. Okay? Ang
Yes.
importante, balance tayo. Okay?
Yes.
And of course, we have another transaction here. This is our second to the last transaction. On December 30, paid employees' salaries, okay, 950 pesos, and electricity, 400 pesos. Okay, meron tayong dalawa. So makikita nyo, meron tayong tatlong account dyan. Okay, so since si business ay nagbayad, okay, mababawasan ang kanyang cash. So, total natin, 950 plus 400, that's 1,350. Kaya meron tayong credit cash, 1,350. At ito ay i-breakdown natin sa salaries expense, okay, which is 950, and utility expense, 400 pesos. Okay, baka may magtanong, Miss, electricity yan, bakit naging utilities expense? Okay, under utilities expense kasi, pwede mong ilagay dyan ng electricity, ang water, ang telephone, internet. Okay, so yan. So, generic ginagamit natin is utilities expense. Okay, so if we're going to record that, okay, on December 30, we will have debit salaries expense, 950, and yes, debit supplies expense, 400, and credit cash, 1,350. Okay? And nga pala, dapat ang debit side ay balanse or equal sa credit side. So in this case, okay, dapat palagi yan. Palagi, pag gagawa tayo ng journal entries, dapat debit side is equal sa credit side.
Yes.
Okay?
Siyempre po, ma'am, kailangan, the reason why we are doing accounting, it is because we want to account. Siguro, alam natin kung saan napunta yung pera. Diba? Ano ba yung binayaran natin? Bakit may 1,350 na nawala? Okay, sa ano nangyari? Kasi nagbayad kami ng salaries na 950 at utilities na 400. Yun yung yun yung kwento. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Correct. And
Okay,
sabi mo nga okay, ang Okay, yung explanation natin doon is to record salaries, okay, salaries expense, salaries of employees, and electricity payment.
Payment. Yan.
Okay, Tutor Carmi?
Okay, this will be the last transaction. Tapos ano tayo, magpa-practice tayo. So, December 31, Gab Larson withdrew 3,200 for personal use. So, ito, kumuha ng pera si Gab Larson sa kanyang business. Okay? So, magkano? 3,200. At paano natin siya i-record? Of course, we are going to record the debit, in the debit side, yung G. Larson drawing. Kasi alam naman po natin na ang drawing, ang kanyang normal balance is always in the debit side, which is straight. So that's why we are going to record the withdrawal in the debit side, which is 3,200. And then, ano yung kinuha niya? So nabawasan, of course, yung ating asset, which is the cash. So kapag nabawasan ang asset, saan natin siya nire-record? We record that in the credit side. So, paano natin siya ipapakita sa ating journal entries? Of course, December 31, huwag nating kakalimutan ng date. Debit G. Larson drawing, 3,200. Credit cash, 3,200. And our explanation will be to record owner's withdrawal. Ayan. So,
And
ito po
to add to that, no, Tutor
Sige, ma'am.
Carmi, to add to that, pag nag-record tayo ng capital and drawings, okay, yung account dapat ay lalagay natin yung pangalan. Particular, the name of the specific person, kung sino ang nag-invest at saka kung sino yung nag-withdraw ng money. Kasi pwede naman kasing partnership, no? Kung bawa, let's say, partnership sila, although service type of business, pero dalawa silang may-ari, so kailangan nating ilagay kung sino talaga yung nag-invest at sino ang nag-withdraw.
Yes, para alam natin din, ma'am, alam din natin kung magkano yung mga ininvest at magkano yung mga kinuha nilang pera. That's the magic of accounting, no? Kasi kailangan talaga in details talaga siya, at saka po dapat tama talaga. Kung sino yung kumuha, siya yung kumuha. Kung sino yung naglagay ng pera, sa kanya siya yung naglagay ng pera. Ganun po. Ayan. So, eto ma'am yung itsura ng ating general journal. Parehas lang po yan doon sa ating binreakdown lang po natin kanina. So, ayan na po
Yes,
yan.
pinakita lang. So, ayan, pag nag-change tayo, yung page number, no, yung code name niya is GJ. That's General Journal, and yung number ay yung page number. So, ayan lang. So, skip one line, no? After each journal entry, skip one line.
Tsaka make sure chronologically arrange ang ating mga dates. Bawal po mauna ang 2 kung mayroon naman transaction ng 1. So, yun po ang pinaka-importante dyan. Dapat per event po tayo at chronologically arrange po ito. Okay, so yan po itsura. So let's check our understanding. Konti na lang to, ma'am. Mga makakapagpanananghalian na ang ating mga anak. Okay, let's have number 1. Sige po, ako na muna sa number 1. On July 4, sana masagot po kayo ng mga anak sa sa ating mga chat box. Okay, so on July 4, Dr. Abigail rendered dental services 40,000 on terms. 15,000 down payment, and the balance on account. So, let's understand po yung ating problem. On July 4, so, Dr. Abby, yes, it's going to be a compound entry. Opo. So, Dr. Abigail rendered dental service 40,000 on terms, 15,000 down payment, and the balance on account. Sige po. Tignan natin mga anak kung alam paano natin siya i-record sa ating journal entry.
What should we write in number 1?
Number 1, yes.
Number 1.
Mayroon mga sumasagot na kaya.
Wala, baka late tayo sa kanila, ma'am. Talagang struggle ang internet.
Yes, internet is is life na ngayon po talaga mga anak. Pero habang nasasagot po sila, batiin ko po ang mga taga May Kawayan National High School, ang aming school head, Ma'am Lorena Sales, at ang aking senior high school assistant principal, Sir Josie Layman, senior high school focal person, Ma'am Sophia, to Ma'am Pim. At syempre sa aking mga co-teachers po na nakapaligid ngayon nakakalat. Nakakalat sila, ma'am. Okay, sige,
Okay.
mukhang kailangan na nating sagutin, ma'am, ang ating
Yes,
tanong.
let us reveal the answer. For
Okay,
number one,
so
cash.
cash, debit. Then, number
15,000.
yan.
Okay, accounts receivable.
Magkano yung natira doon sa kung nag-down na siya ng 15,000. So magkano pa yung magiging receivable niya which is 25,000. Next, ma'am.
Okay, credit. Dental fees. Okay. I called it dental fees pero service revenue siya. Pwede niyong gamitin service revenue. 40,000. Okay. And then of course, number 4 is the explanation to record payment for dental services rendered. Okay.
Okay. Then next po, sana po ay nakakasunod lalo na yung mga grade 11 mga anak. No? Malaking tulong po. You can always go back po sa ating mga lesson po. Naka-post naman po ito sa ating ETUlay, of course sa ating ETUlay YouTube at saka po sa ating ETUlay Facebook page. Ayan. Check
Okay.
on yun. Next po. On
Next
July
po.
15, Dr. Abigail invested dental equipment for her dental clinic 80,000 pesos. Nag-invest Dr. Abigail ng dental equipment for her dental clinic na nagkakahalaga ng 80,000 pesos. So how are you going to record that? What will
Journal
be your
entries.
number 1? Yes, record po natin. Okay? Meron na ba kayong mga sumagot, ma'am?
Okay, so let us reveal the answer, ma'am.
Okay, let's reveal the answer. So, of course, nakalagay naman na po na ang date natin. So, dental equipment, 80,000 pesos. That will be recorded in the debit side. Kasi nag-invest siya ng dental equipment. And sa dadagdag, Abigail Capital. And that will be recorded in the credit side. Our explanation will be to record owner's investment. Yan. Sa mga nakakasunod po, maraming salamat po at sa mga sumasagot po. Now, this will be our references po. Yan. Baka may mga libro po kayo na ganyan. Maganda po mga libro po na ito. Yan po sila po ang aming mga talagang ginagamit para po maibigay namin ang pangangailangan po ninyo. And of course, if ever po na meron po kayo mga feedbacks or you want, of course, to say something about our compliment us or critic us, ayan po ang ating scan lang po ninyo yan. You can always scan po yan at pwede po kayo makapagsabi ko ng inyong mga saloobin. Okay? Again, Tutor Carol, magpasalamat na tayo sa kanila. Yes.
Okay, so thank you. Pusuan lang natin ito.
Yes, pusuan na natin
Thank you so
to.
much. Thank you so much,
Maraming salamat
everyone.
po. God bless
Okay,
you
for
all.
watching.
Maraming salamat po. Sana po ay nag-enjoy po kayo sa another episode of our accounting lesson. So let's have a happy Friday, happy Business Friday. God bless us all. Bye-bye.
Happy weekend.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!